This evening, I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine and an ex-client of mine, Chris van Eck, an impactful commissioning manager who has worked with me on and off on various coaching exercises. And we really just wanted to chat about why he started working with me, what he gained out of the program, and what he's doing with his life so far. But Chris, I want to go back to where you started with me. I can still remember the day when you were in such a funk. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. It goes back quite some time. I think it was 3 years ago when I first stalked you. I had a clarity call with you, and I started to follow you. And yeah, like I said, I lost a bit of my, or how can I say, the wheels came off the cart for some time. Um, some things happened, and yeah, I've been a high flyer. Like you said, I'm an impactful commissioning manager, and yeah, I how can I put it? I lost a bit of my way, and I had to come back and anchor to find out who am I. I needed to find myself again, and you ran a WhatsApp special. Then we had a session, and you interviewed me, and the rest is history. You know, and I'm forever grateful for for working with you.
100%.
I came back on track again.
But you know what I think is so interesting? You know that I work to VIP, which is vision, identity, purpose. And I truly believe that we can't achieve the vision until we know who we are and until we have a sense of purpose. And you said exactly that a moment ago. You've always been a high performer. You've always had this sweeping vision for your life. But I remember the words you used to me. I've lost my mojo. I just need a man up. I can't do it. For some reason, I'm just not doing it. And you said it a moment ago. You lost who you were. Talk to me about that journey, that whole identity and purpose
Ye-
journey without getting too personal, right?
No, it's not. It's not that personal. I think I went through I actually went through a bad time, or not through a bad time. I closed off a $1 billion contract. I signed over a $1 billion plant, which we just finished commissioning, and I finished the warranty period, and then I closed the doors, and I went home for some period, and I was my one friend passed away, Quibus. We used to go live on Facebook as well. And he used to get the best out of me. And funny enough, I also did a coaching course, but the coach also needs a coach. And I think that's where I lost my mojo. And but all the things that's happening, I mean, 76% of South Africans say they struggle, and I was one of them. You know, when I was at a very young age, I was a foreman, and then I became a factory manager at the age of 28. And yeah, I was, like I said, many years ago, I was a high flyer, a high performer. I was always doing good, and all of a sudden, I went through this bad patch. I lost my mojo, and I thought because I'm a coach, I can fix it myself. No, you need somebody to take you from where you are to where you want to be, because we we don't see our blind spots. And sometimes when we think we know, we really don't know, because, and it also becomes our roadblocks. And I think that, Chantelle, really was the turning point when I realized, and I was saying, how they say in Afrikaans, I could, no, let put it in English because there's a lot more English viewers. I think I went back home, and I took stock, and I sat down and I said to myself, who are you? And once I think your WhatsApp message still said it was something about um, the VIP thing, and I was like, yeah, my vision. What is my vision? Because I normally like to cast a vision, and then I bring it down to my goals, and then from my goals I derive my plan. But the problem is You never change the goal. I started changing the goal.
Mhm.
I never changed the, and you said, whoa, 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 stop the lorry. Let's go find who you are, and then we come back.
Mhm.
And then we take it step by step by step again.
Absolutely. And you know, I think just to tie into that statistic that you're talking about, South Africans that struggle, I think the reason we struggle to achieve our goal is because the goal is just so future focused that every single day trying to get there feels like a failure, right? So eventually you throw up your hands and you do exactly what you did. You change the vision. You change the vision to start fitting in. But in reality, you need to come back to who you are and you need to have a driving sense of purpose, which is what you've done.
Exactly.
But here's what I'm very interested to hear. You know, since we finished coaching last year, you have made incredible strides. You have found your mojo in more ways than one. So talk to us about what the plans are without going and talking about stuff that might still be under wraps. But talk to us about what you're busy with, what your vision is, where you're headed.
And once I started to jot down exactly what I wanted, because we normally not clear of what we want, because we can do, be, or have anything that we want in life, because we are the highest form of creation. And you brought me back. How can I put it? You brought me back to earth again. Okay, and it was like you're holding up we're holding up a mirror and say, okay, look in the mirror. It's you. This is you. This is you. And then I realized again, and I put a peg in the ground and I took a decision. Okay, that I want to take it to the next level, because I always want to have my own business, and I've always treated my business as a hobby. But once you start to do that, your hobby starts to treat you like a hobby.
Correct.
And after taking stock of who I am, who I was, and although yesterday's wins is not who you are, because we grow into something. And once I started to write down everything that I wanted, and I started to review my goals every day, because goals are a journey, something you grow into. It's not something that you reach.
Yes.
You know, it's not a destination. It's a journey. And then, like I said, I've put the peg in the ground. So by next year, I will have the business that I want. I've started controlling things again in my life. Things are going much better with my family life in all areas, and I've got my mojo back. I got my mojo back,
You know
and
what, Chris? I can see it. I can see it. Our viewers are not going to see the Chris that I met some time ago, but your whole perception, your whole attitude has shifted. You smile so much more. I remember one of the first days you laughed on our Zoom call, and I said to you, you need to do that more often, right?
yeah.
But I want to pause here in closing, and I really just want to commend you. When we started this journey, you were unhappy and you were beating yourself up, and you were hovering between this, constantly beating yourself up with a big stick, and you were unhappy. And I really want to commend you, because you know you were a coach when we started this journey. You are still a coach, but you are now more of a coach than you ever were before. There've been times that you've coached me through this journey. Um, and just to watch you blossom into the person that you were meant to be. And like you say, it's a journey. You're growing into this version of yourself. And I, for one, cannot wait to see where you go with this.
Thanks for that. But again, I just want to add some more. You said, okay, I coach you at some point, at some places, or at some point in time. But again, you cannot give what you don't have. And if you lost yourself, how can I give of myself if I lost it? And all right. And again, I'm a much better leader. Um, yeah, although I carry the title manager, but I don't see myself as a manager. I see myself as a leader. You know? So if you want to lead well, you need to start with yourself. Okay. And the best project, because I've been working on projects, I'm again working on another mega project. But the best project that anybody can work on is yourself. And guys, believe me, invest in yourself, invest in a coach. I mean, Chantelle has picked me up. She saw where I was, and okay, I don't think I'm yet where she is seeing me, but guys, it's phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It's still phenomenal to know Chantelle, and yes, to have worked with her was really an honor. It was really great. She's the go-to lady. If you're really down and flat and whatever, she's the go-to lady. I can recommend her any day, anytime, any place. And no matter if you're an executive or no matter if you're the T-boy, guys, go for it. She's the go-to lady.